Lincolnshire, weekday afternoon. British media turning up for a slightly spurious photo opportunity. This feels strangely familiar. It's a large volume of microphones and cameras in pursuit of an event which the cameras and microphones themselves create. 10 years on, Nigel Farage is still on manoeuvres, and so are we. We're in Lincolnshire, where there's a mayoral election, and Reform UK, Farage's latest vehicle, fancy their chances.
Keep the lines clear, guys.
It's absurd.
Good lad.
You think he's a good lad? It's ridiculous and it's sort of soulless. It's like a sort of pretense of human contact and all that. How do you feel watching that?
It's a load of rubbish. My benefits get less, so I'm struggling. Can't walk far, so I'm relying on public transport that barely exists. I'm down to going out once a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to get affected by these changes to PIP?
Right now I'm in the process of a review.
Are you?
Yeah.
What do you think he's got to say about any of this?
As long as he's on telly, you don't care what he's saying. That's the problem.
Are there things that are harder for you than they should be?
I do have to get up at 4:30.
You get up at 4:30?
Yeah, I get up at 4:30. I start work at 6. I've got 2 children, single parent. I work 2 jobs. It can be stressful. Try and be positive.
Do you know who that is?
No, what's
this fuss is about?
going on?
Nigel Farage.
Oh, is he here?
Yeah.
I feel like there's some good things, but a lot of it is underlying racism, maybe.
Yes, okay, you're not the first person to have said that. What sort of country would you like to live in?
Oh, do you know what? Denmark.
Let's get out of here. It's interesting, a lot of the films we make have always got industrial decline lurking in there somewhere, haven't they? It's nice to come to somewhere that's actually still open, just about. Martin.
Correct.
Exciting, action-packed times.
I'm certainly a lot better than I was a few weeks ago.
Were you really staring the extinction of this place in the face at that point?
We were hours away.
Were you? Yeah.
Literally hours away.
Thanks to Nigel coming here just 10 days ago, we said there were 3 days to save British Steel, and that's what's happened. If you want to save British Steel, if you want to save British industry, if you want to make our economy grow again and make Britain great again, May the 1st. Don't mess around, vote for change, vote for Reform UK.
I was fuming when I saw that on Facebook.
But they say it's only because they stepped in that the government saw fit to rescue this place. Farage says that with a straight face, you know that.
They did nothing.
You're laughing.
They did nothing. They did absolutely nothing.
They came here in a Reform-branded London taxi and made a little
Yes,
video.
they trespassed that day. It's a test. That's a test.
Well, let's go out of town and have a cup of coffee or something. Can we talk to you for a minute? You're starting a new business here, effectively, or moving.
Yeah.
Does that feel quite brave in the current climate?
Well, the steelworks have just been saved, haven't they? So, and that's a big run-in for the town.
There's local elections here on Thursday. Are you going to vote?
Yeah.
Do you know who you're going to vote for?
No. It was Reform.
Right.
It was, but that was just purely to save the steelworks. I think they were fighting for the steelworks, but...
Well, they said they were.
Well, everyone says they are.
I come over for 5 days. I'm here 8 years.
How is it?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Shit.
Is it?
You know, they're robbing us blind.
How are they robbing you blind?
Sure, everybody's getting robbed blind with the water rates, and our wages don't go up, but the bills go up. Sure, Labour promised this, promised that, and he's done nothing but rob the pensioners.
Big thing, that, isn't it?
That is a big thing. I've got a mother-in-law there. Well, she's on £120 a week.
To live on.
To live on. Gas, no, she's turned her gas off. You know, so she sleeps in her kitchen area a bit, on a sofa, in front of the fire.
You know, there's local elections here on Thursday.
Who's worth voting for? Well, I did vote for at their Reform UK.
He always strikes me as a chancer, really. Is that a goal line?
Always a chancer, all right. Of course he's a chancer.
The future is being thrashed out in fascinating ways across this county. From the future of steel in Scunthorpe to a huge expansion of pylons and solar farms being pushed through by the government.
This is a nice place, man. Protecting our food security by opposing pylons. Oh, and there's a big solar farm here.
The pylons will tower over that skyline there. The pylon line will trigger applications along 15 miles either side of it.
I get it now. Right, so you get the pylons bringing in electricity, but then around them, suddenly...
Everything is industrialised. We're already starting to see massive solar applications all wanting to connect to the pylon line.
If not here, then where do we put the solar panels?
We should be, firstly, we should be automatically putting every new build must be integrated zero carbon. So solar panels on roofs, rainwater harvesting, all those kind of things. That should happen automatically. The power is needed in the south. It's not needed here in Lincolnshire.
So your objection isn't to sort of green energy and net zero in itself?
No.
Presumably then, this is an issue, is a big thing in the election?
Huge issue. Absolutely huge issue in the elections.
But presumably as well then, Nigel Farage and Reform UK, they're militantly anti-net zero. Presumably some people think that's a good reason to vote for them.
Reform have come along in the last couple of months and jumped on this issue.
Not like them.
I've just commandeered two ladies in the square having their fish and chips, and they're quite willing to talk.
Hello.
Starmer's out for farmers. He wants to get rid of all the farms. He wants the land for solar farms.
How do you feel? I bet there's an election on Thursday here.
There is, I've already voted.
Who did you vote for?
This guy. And I know he'll fight for it because I've been to meetings where he's talked about it. For the mayor, we have voted for reform. So.
Oh, you've split your vote.
And those who voted for her, who think she's going to be a good mayor for Greater Lincolnshire, will be very disappointed.
That's you, Tom.
It's more for the reform side of it. We want farmers to have a fair life.
Nigel Farage, Richard Tice and Zia Youssef are all multi-millionaires. They don't understand what it's like to work on farmland. They don't understand what it's like to pull pints in pubs or have 3 jobs working on the coast in the summertime to make sure that they can pay their bills through the winter.
This is good.
So that, this is the issue. It's the disconnect. London is so disconnected from Lincolnshire and everywhere else. That's what's driving the support for reform. We're at a crossroads.
It's not really funny. They don't normally turn out to give us bloody leaflets. First time I've seen them.
But I have been down here because of the issues you've had with scooters.
A lot of very unhappy people.
A lot of very unhappy people, and they're angry, and they're angry with me for no reason, but they're angry with national politicians. I've gone home and been really upset some nights. Helen will tell you. Put a leaflet through a door. The man said, "Here, this is what you can do with your leaflet," and tore it up. I said, "Why did you do that, sir?" He said, "Because you're all in it for yourselves. You're only interested in lining your own pockets." And he slammed his door and went in.
We've been here quite a lot down the years. And it's always really interesting. But up to now, I've always found it really unsettling as well. It makes me feel anxious.
Reform tomorrow, standing in for the silent majority. Vote for myself, Andrew Jenkins, to become your voice.
I've never met voters less silent than Reform voters. Whether they're the majority or not, I don't know, but they're definitely not silent. Right, we've come to meet Jason Stockwood, the Labour candidate for mayor.
I've just told him to pass me my phone halfway through the interview.
So you look powerful.
Phone for you now.
Where's your 4 burly minders? Just tell me about your history and your connection with Lincolnshire.
So, council estate kid, single parent family, don't know my father was to this day, went to university, free university at the time. So my whole part of my upbringing was through the welfare state. So Labour values in a tight community.
And you've got a bit of money now?
Yeah, a few quid, yeah.
Through doing what?
Well, so I built tech businesses, so I was lucky to be around the right place at the right time in the 90s.
Are you the progressive, constructive face of something which at the moment looks like it's done the world nothing but harm? Tech I'm talking about.
The system's rigged. It's not working for the majority of people. I can see it. The version of capitalism we've got is not working for people. Just feel like there's a world that they don't fit into. Irene, how you doing?
Irina is a Boston sixth former who came here from Moldova. She's trying to bring people together through a new youth project.
It's really about coming together, because I understand that a lot of people in Boston and Skegness are really disillusioned. However, when you look at the media, or we have a Facebook group of local politics in Boston, and it's just mainly Reform UK supporters talking about immigration, and that's just the main thing in this group. So as an immigrant myself, I feel sometimes targeted, to be honest. We're not here to take someone's job or anything like that. My parents are working at a factory. They're not taking the kind of jobs that other people would like.
We're trying to make sure that there's a national debate around the real issues rather than is immigration good or bad.
Whatever a better future for this place looks like, it involves people like Irina. We're going in. I've never been in here. Somewhat unexpectedly, we're about to climb right to the top of this thing.
209 steps up. Enjoy.
I was really amazed how beautiful Boston was. That was my first impression, because the first thing that my mom showed me was the stamp. I just wanted to be a place where people are not scared to live in.
There's hope here then, isn't there?
There is hope, but we just need the right person to kind of act and bring us together.
Isn't that you?
Maybe.
In a few years.
I was thinking of standing as a councillor.
You should do it. It's hard work.
I understand that it's hard, but it just gives you more strength and willingness to try to bring about a future, not only for my generation, but for all people in our country.
Slightly to our surprise, we come down to be greeted by a group of unlikely local politicians.
Yeah, this is Marion, who's the independent candidate for mayor.
So you're standing for the mayor as well?
Yes. Irina Svikiana. She's the first Eastern European local councillor. Yes.
And do you have a party, or are you an independent?
Boston Independent. We took control of the council.
What, the independents?
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. So the national story is all about reform and the Conservatives and all that, but the story on Boston Borough Council is different.
About integration, yeah.
I've never been in politics or anything. I was a factory working for 10 years.
What kind of factory?
Food, flowers, any factory, because we all came here for a job, for money, yeah? And then when you come here, you're starting to think about problems, not just work and home. And I just started to care about Boston.
Is it home?
Yes, yeah, for sure, 100%. That's why I'm standing. I feel for Boston. I fight for Boston if I can, what I can, it all depends what you can do. Yeah.
You never hear from them in the story of Boston.
You don't really, do you?
Even in the stories we
No, like most places, it just gets reduced to a set of cliches. You have to hold your hand up and sort of admit to some role in that. The first time you come somewhere, that's kind of all you see. You're too blinkered. You find out that things are much more complicated, and there's a level of hope in a place that you didn't necessarily see the first time. That's what just happened to me.
Hi there. The election's tomorrow.
Get rid of all this.
Well, that's it. He just said, I'm voting Reform to get rid of all the foreigners. It's the absolute opposite of the conversation we've just had for an hour and a half.
I just feel disillusioned and disheartened to see that.
Don't get disheartened.
Don't get disheartened.
They're doing good things. Yeah.
It will change.
Have you voted Reform before?
No.
What drew you to Reform?
Social media, things people have been saying.
What do you think they're all about?
Trying to make things better, but it's who stands by the word, isn't it?
I'm just curious to know what was in your mind when you voted. Yeah. See, it's a good question, isn't it?
Change, I think.
Change. That's interesting. So I doubt you voted Conservative.
No.
And you didn't vote Labour.
No.
All through today. Some of the emotions we've encountered over the last few days, the anger, the fury, disaffection, disconnection, sadness sometimes, ends up in small marks on these pieces of paper.
said, Andrea Marie Jenkins is duly elected as Mayor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new dawn in British politics. Is that a sign? We're going to have a Britain where we put British people first, where we put you and your families first. You will see an end to soft-touch Britain.
It's serious, this. I mean, notwithstanding the tomfoolery of sudden feedback and people in glittery one-pieces.
Well, that is quite funny.
Is it, though? I mean, this sort of politics, which has been constantly making mischief, is now in charge of places, people's lives and people's services, right? So this sort of familiar, grim story we've been following for 16 years, just taking a new turn.
It really has.
It really has.